Video now. Not really, but still. We're gonna fly to West Reach Summit right over at there. That's gonna be our fastest route to get to Maraudon, which is where we're headed next. Now Maraudon has been broken up in the new looking for group channels through the group finder. It's no longer all one piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I'm going to run the whole instance from beginning to end. Now if that means I'm missing quests to kill certain characters and crap on the way through, so be it. I don't care. If you're doing this in LFG, you'll know when the quest ends, you'll know when the instance is over, and then you'll go to the next one and that'll be fine. Everything will be great, everything will be peachy, everything will be fine. So let's not worry about that. What I'm trying to do is show you all the instances. Alright, I currently don't have any flight paths at all in Desolaus. Or in Feralos. Crap. It means I can't fly. I actually have to go... Well, it's a good thing I'm not showing everything on YouTube, huh? Okay, so for the purposes of getting other flight paths, I'm going to have to fly into Feralos, and then I'm going to have to fly up to Desolaus. You can tell which zones I didn't go into when I was going through here leveling up, though. I didn't even get the flight paths in here. But then again, look how far away the flight path actually is from the entrance of the zone. There's obviously a reason why I didn't do it. There we go. Here's the flight path here. If this guy was not flying that, I could see him. There we go. Alright, now we're going to be heading up to one of the other instances. Another instance that's broken into groups as well. Although, to be fair, Dire Maul should be broken into groups because it was originally... Dire Maul can be run as one instance, but it was never designed to be. Though if you really wanted to, you could do it as one instance right from the get-go. Because what they did with Dire Maul is they deliberately broke it up inside the entrance. The entrance is actually outside. This is actually the entrance to Dire Maul. If you go inside it, though, if you go into the courtyard area, you have a branch here, and a branch to the north. And those are the actual 3 Dire Maul instances. However, be aware that all 3 of them are linked internally through hidden or sometimes not so hidden passageways within the actual instances. Stonewall Hold is an add to the game. It never used to be here. The only quest area in this whole zone originally was Kamoaji. If I can get myself down to the Twin Colossals, I might even take myself a picture. Okay, by down, I mean up. Going north, not south. Twin Colossals, I'm going to take myself a picture of me on top of them. I've never used the selfie camera before.
Me neither.
I own the balls to the wall version of it too. You have to upgrade it, eh? I don't know if you knew that.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you gotta upgrade it. Now, can I take that while flying? I don't have the selfie on this character. Oh my god, of course I have it on Gutman main, not Gutman friend. I don't have it on this character at all. That's pretty funny. Trying to use an item I don't actually have. Here's another what might be entrance to the Emerald Dream. Who knows? We haven't decided. They haven't decided yet whether they're going to actually put that in the game or not.
They haven't decided whether or not they're not going to be stupid.
What can I tell you?
They're stupid.
Yeah. That's all I can tell you.
Well, that's not exactly a surprise to me.
This loss. Okay, nearest flight path to where we're going. There isn't one. Okay, well what we'll do is we'll go over here and get the one near the water. Because that's kinda close-ish. Maraudon is in these mountains. So we'll head over here and get the flight path. Which will probably be at the end of the dock because they like to do that. Yep. Alright, so that's been taken care of. Now, as for getting into Maraudon, we'll start the instance video from here. This is where we will start the video. Let me just get the mouse pointer out of the way. Okay folks, this is going to be the start of the Maraudon instance video. You can actually see the entrance kind of there on the map. As you can see, I'm just to the east of Shadowprey Village in Desolace. Alright, there's the Carnum's Glade central flight path. We're not there, we're down here. So, in we go. Now this is, we're going to be running Maraudon as one instance. If it doesn't get broken up properly, that's just how it is. People who are watching this on YouTube in the all-in-one video have already heard me sell this crap. People who are just watching this individually are not aware of all this, what I'm talking about. So, Maraudon is one of the instances that was broken into lots of tiny little bits. Here's the main entrance here. Looks nice and foreboding. If you're doing this as a LFG through the group finder, like down here, group finder. If you use the group finder to go into this instance, you'll go into one of the parts of this instance. I can't remember how many parts this instance is broken into. The wife would know, but I don't think she's in a position to tell me at the moment.
Just give me a sec here.
I think it's 3, maybe even 4 parts this thing's been broken into.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I was just killing some stupid people who decided to attack me.
Ah yes, the wife is currently in the game at the moment.
Okay, so this will be Maraudon.
Maraudon, yes. How many parts is, are listed now for Maraudon? She's looking, folks.
Looks like 2 parts.
Just 2?
That's what it looks like.
I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. Yeah, well, nobody cares about the pre-made crap. We are going to look for... Oh, they don't even let you go back anymore. Isn't that evil? Oh, you bastards.
Okay.
Let me try the adventure guide and see if that'll help. Dungeons. No, we want to go back to the original game. Classic. Maraudon. Maraudon is quite a large instance, and it doesn't end here.
No.
That's part 1, and there's part 2.
Okay.
No, I didn't ask how many maps it's broken into. I asked how many instances it's broken into in the list that I've given you to look up to show which ones I have to do in order based on level. And it's not the same thing at all. Not the same thing at all. You should be referring to the website that I gave you the list on.
Oh, 3.
3, thank you. See?
Yep,
2,
I
my
see it.
ass. Alright, so now we're in, this is considered the outer entrance, okay? Now, there is, as you can see, it's a little bit of a sloppy maze. And this is only part one of the Stalker Maze. There's a second part of the maze, which takes you to yet another entrance. So I'm pretty sure that if I go to the Wicked Grotto entrance over here, that will be the actual first instance. And what is the first instance entrance's name? You already went and closed the webpage, didn't you?
No, I did not close the webpage. Okay, the first one is called the Wicked Grotto.
Okay, so that means I'll probably be going to the exact right location.
The second one is not a very good name.
What's it called?
Foulspore Cavern.
Yes, that would be the other part that's on here. So we're going to make our way around as quickly as we can to get ourselves into the cave as easily and quickly as able to. Okay? I'm deliberately willing to take falling damage just to get the hell in there as fast as possible. I'm not dealing with any of these quests. There are quests on the way in. We're not going to deal with any of those. We're heading straight towards the entrance to get inside the instance as quickly as possible. Now these are the Foulspore pools, but that's not the same as the Foulspore Cavern. So don't worry, we're still going in the right direction. As you can see, everything in here is very elemental based. I don't know if that's as obvious as it should be, but it's all very elemental based. Which makes sense since the big boss creatures in here are like trees and shrubs and crap. Okay, a quick way to go forward is to drop down here. Let's take a look where we are. Oh, we're getting pretty close now. Let's get around here and get in there. Obviously, if you are coming in here with an LFG or rather through the group finder, I should say, you'll be ported directly into the instance entrance. You don't have to go through all the crap I just did. This is the Foulspore. How did I go to the Foulspore Cavern? This is called the Wicked Grotto, for crying out loud. This sucks. Okay, well, let's go in here. See what I mean? There's more than one way in. This is the problem with this stupid game. They've done the... Okay, so... Well, technically, I came in not a bad spot, okay? The first entrance down here, which is obviously the Wicked Grotto, brings you through Tinkerer Gizlock and Lord Vileton. The entrance I just came in takes you specifically to Noxian and Razorlash. So what I can do is I can run this as far as Razorlash, and then show you this thing, and then come around here and deliberately kill these guys. Let's see what's come up. Nothing has actually come up yet for quest purposes. There we go. Maraudon. That gives me everything. Everybody that needs to be killed. Okay? That's 8 bosses. So yeah, 8 bosses is a considerable amount. I'll give you that. Let's go get this shit done, shall we? There we go. And the quests are auto pops in this particular instance. As you can see, it's a lot of plants. I'm going to be fighting a lot of plant-type creatures in here. Trees and stuff. I'm also going to be fighting rock monsters as bosses and such. This isn't a bad instance if you're a miner or if you're herbs. If you're skins, it kind of sucks. I'm getting a lot of herbs out of this. You can see these guys, so they can actually be looted for herbs. I've actually screwed this up by not using my vendor mount to sell my shit before coming in here. So this is going to suck a little. I'm going to have to use my ingenuity, as it were, to sell something. You can see I got a lot of slimes here to deal with as well. This is going to be an instance I'm deliberately not killing as much as I could be killing. for the purposes of not dropping the loot I could be getting. That's just because I was stupid, and with all the talking I was doing, I completely missed out on my opportunity to hop on my Traveler's Tundra mount and sell my shit. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. It looks like a mess on the maps, but it's pretty straightforward. It's hard to get lost in here. Except for breaking it into groups, nothing's really changed in this instance since the beginning. Then when you get to this part of the run, you're going to want to try and kill everything in here, all these little larvae. You don't want to kill all of them before you go after Noxian here. Alright. Here's Noxian. We can one-shot him, so let's do that. There we go, he's down. Alright. I think he sends out clouds of crap. I mean, he might even send out fear. That might be one of his abilities, to fear people. Which is one of the reasons you really want to make sure he's down before you actually... Or, sorry, not he's down, but everything else is down before you actually kill him. Alright, now we're going into the secondary, the Razor Lash section. Funnily enough, the way this instance is laid out, listing the bosses, I did actually come in the right way according to that. Isn't that funny? Maybe I erred in the right manner. Razor Lash. Dead Razor Lash. Okay, that gets quest number 1 down. There we go. Okay, that's 2 bosses. So we're going to come all the way around here on the upper level, and we're going to go and kill Vile Tongue and Tinkerer. Yeah. That's what we'll do, and then we'll head towards the Poison Falls area. Now this is technically the end of the first instance, right there. All you have to do is kill those 2 bosses, and instance 1 is done. So all the stuff I'm currently doing, you'd probably never see. You'd probably never see the Poison Falls. Because I know where the 3rd instance starts you, and it's nowhere near any of this crap. Even though the 3rd instance takes you down the falls. So I'm going to have to fight a bunch of slimies. Done and done. Already down to only 12 slots. Goddamn. Really should have done this a little bit wiser. Should have been more on top of my game before I came in here. I really should have. That was my bad. Completely my bad. Everything the right way. There you go. Okay. I've escorted people into this instance and walked them down this part of the area in order specifically to have them drop a certain item. I used to get paid to do that. People would give me gold to walk them down that little area from this part of the instance. Not even kidding. One guy gave me like 100 gold to do that. Back when 100 gold was a lot of gold. Oh, come here. I got a cat who wants to get up. I'm like, can you help him possibly? Or are you in a bad position? Alright. Kitten cow. Oh, kitty. That's taking care of Lord Wild Tongue. Yeah, see, you can come up and say hello. Just had to take care of a kitty cat problem here, folks. Don't mind me, didn't take long, already taken care of, and I'm on to the next. Alright, so we're going to head back over to the next boss, which means I won't be showing you the very beginning of the other part of this instance. Okay, you'd start here and you'd go around this area and through the center down below to get to the Tinkerer. From here, it's just a matter of following the path, basically. And again, I apologize for coming in. Well, I guess I don't apologize for coming in that way. If you're doing the whole run all at once the way I'm doing, the way I came in would be a perfectly reasonable entrance to the instance. Again, I'm only killing who I have to kill in order to make sure that my bags don't get stupidly overfilled. Okay, that's supposed to be where he is. There he is. I missed him by one. Missed him by one spot. There we go. Now he's down. There we are. Better. Okay. So. Now from here we're heading in the way you'd see it as you were running it. Of course with less mobs because you'd be killing them as you went. Okay. I don't think there's any reason to go in here. There might be a rare that spawns in this area. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not going to head in there to look for them either, so there may or may not be a rare down there, and if there is, I apologize for skipping them. If there isn't, then you didn't miss out on anything. And back up this ramp. Well, not really a ramp, it's stairs, but you get the point. Here's where we killed the other guy, Lord Viletongue. Okay, and killing Lord Viletongue would be the end of this instance. Alright, you'd be done now. No need to go any further, you're done. Okay, so we're back in here again. Uh-oh. These guys are gonna make me have to kill them. Nope. I dodged them. Back to the Poison Falls area, which is good. Alright. So, Poison Falls area. There's a lot of pollen. In this case, you land in something that hurts you, which is crappy. As you can see, I'm about to go off the map. On the next map, yeah, I should be on the next map now. Now, if I had gone back to the instance entrance before coming in and doing the Tinkerer and Viletongue, it would have set off a second quest that would have had me kill those. I did not get that quest. Now here, I'm at Celebris the Curse. Celebris the Curse is right over here. Just wanted to get myself positioned so you can see everything. There he goes. He's all done for and crap.
Please, he was done as soon as you left the first shot.
Tell me more about these things. Tell me all about this crap. Tell me. You still don't give me a quest, bite me. Alright, so we've taken care of that little bit. And this here, I believe, is the end of one of the quests. I think it's the end of the quest that guy's a part of. But you have to get that quest from outside the instance before coming into the instance in order to get that quest at all. So, do we care right now? No, we don't give a crap at all. Okay, so if you were to come into this instance in a looking for group situation, and you were to enter the third of the Maraudon instances, You would pop in right about this location right here at Earthsong Falls, right before this big waterfall that takes you in to the final 3 bosses. One of which is completely up to you if you want to do them or not. Alright. Here we go. Drop down. Safe drop because it's all wet down here, as you can see by the swimming ability. Alright. Look at that, we got a quest. Why? Because we're passing over the area that would give you the quest normally. So again, this isn't all that hard, it's just a matter of following the path. As you're probably aware by now, Maraudon was one of the biggest instances in the game back in vanilla. Now we're in Dinosaurville. And Rock Elementalville. They have removed some spaghetti that was in these, in this instance. Not a lot, but some. Now here's where you have to make the big decision. Do you go up and kill this boss or not? Well, he's one of the bosses you have to kill to get a completion in the instance. Let's say yes. Back in the day, this was kind of an optional boss. Not every group would run it because, you know, he's a pain in the ass. The other optional boss being Rock Grip, who is still a bonus objective because he's completely off the path. Though getting to him and getting away from him now are a lot easier. Here's Landslide. Landslide has a lovely tendency of making the whole room shake and stunning everybody. So to him I say this. He also, as you break him down, breaks into smaller versions of himself, which is, you know, fun. Now if you have nerves of steel like I do, and a priest who's willing to cast Levitate, or a mage who's willing to cast Slow Fall, you can walk right off here and get back to the bridge without taking damage. Me, I've got balls of steel and I took damage and I still did it. Because why? I'm trying to make this as entertaining for the viewers as humanly possible. Yeah. Everything for the viewer. I'm all about making everybody happy. No one believes me. Okay, so now about Rock Grip. One of the things you're going to notice about this instance is that there's no easy way out. After coming down the falls, you have a long walk back up the falls if you want to get back out. That is a pain in the ass. And that'll probably not be the way I get out of here. I'm probably going to hearth and just fly around because that would be so much freaking easier. And due to that, I'm also going to leave Rock Grip for last. Simply because doing him and then coming back up to kill the final boss in the right order is such a pain in the arse. Instead, we're going to technically complete the dungeon and then we're going to complete the bonus objective. There's the princess. If you're expecting something attractive, I hate to break the news. Down. Looks like the leggings are going to be the winner. Normally you turn into him, but we don't want to do that. Now to kill Rock Grip, it's rather simple. All you have to do is walk along the water here and jump off the waterfall. There are ways to get to him better if you look exactly where he is. That way you can avoid all these hydras. Like if you're one of these people who doesn't care about fighting these hydras, you can drop off anywhere. Normally what you would do, however, is you'd walk back across this platform and drop off a lot closer to him, so you're killing him and only him. Or at least him and only one of his friends. And you could probably clear his friend before killing him as well, so. Either way, there is a way to get out of this channel. Walk back up if you were to do Rot Grip before killing the final boss. Although I don't know why you'd want to. And that route is you go straight to the end, up the pool, around and up, and then all the way around. That's right. Up here, back across the bridge we fell down on from landslide, and then back onto the path that takes to the final boss. See what I mean about a long, convoluted path? And it's not just a long, convoluted path, it's a long, convoluted path with mobs all over it. So, that having been said, we are now at the end of this particular instance. I skinned Rock Grip. Alright, so for the purposes of the editing, I'm going to pause it here. So the editing will be obvious where it has to be done. Alright, now we're going to head back to my garrison.